I know you want me. Something in the air. I know you want me. Something in the air. I know you want me.
Come and set me free. Give me what come and set me free. Come and set me free. Give me what I need. Come and set me free. Give me what I need. Come and set me free, 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 free. Come and set me free. Give me what I need.
What does perfect even mean? Is there even such a thing? Ooh, can we switch up all the rules and imagine a utopia? Darling, I'm just so fed up with these expectations. They keep weighing me down. My heart is begging me to get the hell out of my head. I'm gonna live inside the upside down for a minute and pretend, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, whoa, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, whoa, and if I say it enough, it gets ingrained in my head, and I start to see, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Honey, I'm a, yeah. Yeah, I've discussed it with myself, and I'm disgusted with the way we're told to have a certain face.
Hello. How's it going, everybody? My name is Wick, and today, or tonight, or morning, I don't know. I keep saying that every time I cast a match. We are live and streaming, well, 30-minute delay, but we are streaming the 9PZ versus Misfits. I will be on the Misfits side for this match. So this is for the Winter War League. So, different league. This is like the 4th league I think I've casted in the past since I've actually started casting games. But yes, we are going to be playing on SME. Yeah, SME, with Misfits being the Eglise, and or what's the other team's name? Oh yeah, 9PZ. 9PZ is going to be the Axis. So I am hoping, honestly, for some checkpoint action, and we do have a map change here, folks. In 60 seconds, we'll get underway. So yeah, this is going to be a 35v35 format. Not certain if they're playing with any special rules or anything like that, like unkillable nodes and arty and only tire tanks, but who knows? I guess we'll find out when that happens. We'll look at the map occasionally. But anyways, yeah, SME, I think it's slightly American-sided for the most part, to be completely honest, but you know, anything can happen, as we've seen in previous games. Anything can happen, anything can go. The last time I had 9PZ on the stream was, I think, against ANZR and TPL, and 9PZ did take that 5-0 on Utah Beach. And then last time we had Misfits on the channel was also in TPL Light, where they unfortunately lost against Pathfinders, and so they are knocked out of the TPL bracket. But this is a different league. First time I think these teams are facing each other. And we do get Hospice or Hospice or whatever people like to call games. And that guy's in my blue chat. I don't know why I'm spawning down here. But yeah, the Winter War League, for those of you not familiar, it's for, you know, smaller, newer teams that are starting to build up. So if you are a newer player, I highly suggest checking the link in the description. That's my only link in the description. I really didn't set anything up because I honestly set this up like ASAP as soon as I got home from work today. It is a basically, I guess, new player friendly league, you know, smaller format, and they just don't want basically the bigger, you know, better teams playing in this tournament. So controversies aside, I think we have a good match for us. This is going to be slightly favored towards Misfits just because they can attack and defend from the red-blue line, while 9PZ kind of does have to go kind of a little bit diagonal. Western, probably the toughest point on this map to defend, other than maybe Cemetery, but I feel like Cemetery is slightly bit easier. Western, if you lose this front door access, you are cooked, to be completely honest with you. If 9PZ does lose hospice and they do get basically wiped off of this red-blue line up here, if Misfits does cap first, it's going to basically kind of spell disaster for 9PZ for the rest of the match. On the flip side, though, Misfits have a little bit easier time just because they can push off artillery battery and attack hospice in a much, uniform fashion. Just because the points are basically right next to each other. But artillery battery could be a tough one for 9PZ to get, but like I said, anything can happen. I don't think anything extra is being spawned in quite yet. We have one munitions node and a fuel node down here. They did not build manpower, I guess. I don't know. Let's look at these boys over here, the 9PZ side. One truck there, supply truck on the main road, and a truck in the north. I assume this truck in the north is going to go on this little place right up here, this little corner, and build a garrison there. A little bit harder for Misfits to build a Gary in this corner just because this is all basically open field. They're probably going to build one on the supply drop. I would more so opt for one behind this hedge line. That's just me, though. And they'll probably get another one somewhere around here, or maybe even cemetery, depending on how their Gary layout will be fit. Not certain if we'll see some rocket snipes or not. I don't know how keen these smaller teams are with rocket snipes and stuff like that. No one's ready for arty guns. They have barbed wire right here, interestingly. Okay, that's interesting. I guess they're cutting off a route to arty. That truck's just waiting for people, and they are off. Looks like they do have... They sent both of their trucks with basically everyone in it for the Misfits. That's a whole truck. If that truck dies, that is probably the cap for 9PZ. Looks like they do have a supply truck up here. I assume he will build a Gary somewhere along the lines up here. As far as these guys go, let's see these highlights. Looks like McCream might be ready for a rocket snipe. Maybe, probably not. Is he laying down? Oh, he's chilling. If it's do get here a little slight bit faster. Like, two people do get out early. Heard a rocket go out. I didn't think it really hit anybody. Like Trooper and Bimson are gonna build a garrison. Now do keep in mind this truck right here has a lot of guys in it. Lux is going to be coming roaring down, but he's not going to have a line of sight on him quite yet. And the biggest thing for both of these teams is who can get across the road first. Easy with 2 quick kills. 3 quick kills. Oh, man, that's huge. Those are some big kills for Easy, as they can get really good at... I think he's dead. I don't know what killed him, to be completely honest with you. Kind of just like maybe had a heart attack. But also, Misfits do have the southern control, which is, just as important as the hard cap itself. And the biggest mistake that Misfits is having right now is they aren't really controlling their side of the street. That's the biggest thing with SME. Throughout any of these points, any of these midpoints, that is the biggest control, is controlling your side of the street, and they're just not letting them have it. Easy, I guess, is still alive. I think I turned something off in my settings, so we won't see people through walls. Actually, can I, where's the clip? There. Now I can, I think I can clip through buildings now, can I? Yeah. That's one setting I always forget to change. I did something with my settings. But as you can, yeah, like, 9PZ, they had the southern control, and they're already starting to push this Gary that all of Misfits are spawning on right now. They do have some people in hard cap, but they don't have anything really south of it. They just basically have hard cap control, and that's not going to do a whole lot. They only have, I assume, 3 OPs, 4 OP5, 5 OPs. They are starting to contest it a little bit. But again, they need to control this little courtyard right here where these buildings are at. See what these boys do. I'm assuming maybe it's one man arty. Maybe they have the arty rolls. I have no idea. Doctor on top does have the car, but does go down. Lux is gonna move into hard cap now, and that's probably gonna seal the cap for 9PZ. Double checking that I have my shit set up for my soundboard. Yes, this is an awake stream, and yes, the soundboard is back, baby. Also, Happy New Year to everybody. Forgot to mention that.
The command post is no longer under Confederacy control.
Yep, it is, but they are contesting it right away. There was a flash to contest. We do have a Green Gary in the south. A little surprised that is green. Don't know what died over here. Looks like the Puma. Do I? I think I turned my hold on. Oh, I do have it on. Okay, now we can see everybody through walls and shit. I was kind of getting tired of turning the oculation off. So I'm curious of where the medium tank is for... Is it right here? Okay, so that medium tank is right there versus a P4. That medium tank is probably going to go down. He has no support, but there is a Greyhound from behind. Oh! That's one. You can get two. He does not get him. Greyhound's going to try to get out of there. Probably going to get popped in a second, but he does get one engine shot. This is the time for the medium to move up and kill this P4. He misses. Huntman misses again. No, you can't miss those shots. Because now Kevin can shoot one in the back. He somehow ricks, but engines him or damages him. Oh, he maybe had smoke in his way. That's why he couldn't kill him. But that tank's probably gonna die now. That's a big missed opportunity from Misfit. Now they are going... Valhalla is coming in. And it looks like, yeah, they're just gonna dip out of there. Kind of reset a little bit. I assume they do have a heavy coming up. I'm not sure if 9PZ has a heavy. They do. They have a Tiger who is sniping. Actually almost kills this medium, to be completely honest with you. That's a interesting line of... Oh yeah, that's a nice line of sight. Yeah, I'm not surprised that they took that shot. It's a good line of sight. As you can see, this garrison is being contested. There is 2 SLs and another clanker here. I make sure my stream actually starts on time. Hopefully there's no bad. Looks like this picture kind of, or 9PZ's just walking to their point. They're taking out the scary, which no one's by. I'm a little surprised by that. Patton is going to take it out easily. Yeah, I'm really surprised that they kind of just let this area go. I feel like they have too many guys in the south of Hospice. They don't have really anybody in the front line, which you kind of need. Like, there's really no one here for Misfits that's being really useful. There's just... I'm really confused because 9PZ is just kind of walking to point. I feel a little bit too easily. They feel like they gave up too much ground and really early after they lost in mid. Not really sure. But yeah, there's a lot of people spawning like Gary, Jesus Christ. Like Panther and Clanker. Just moving in with the STGs. Clanker probably gonna put a satchel down in the house, which honestly isn't gonna do too much because there's not a lot of misfits there. Oh, he dies to an AP mine, which is very highly unfortunate. Very highly unfortunate by that. It's going sweet. Let's go. Medium is still alive. And so is a tiger. I'm just very surprised that Misfits kind of just gave up this ground up here, because now they have to reclaim that, which is going to be harder than it probably should be. They seem a little bit too scattered on the front line, and they have maybe too much attention of a recap, but they need to control their own zone, which they don't. They don't have any really control in G3, and you're kind of seeing that because that's opening the door and also G4 now. Looks like they are going to take the 76 in the south and move it up north. Not sure if there's an AT gun being built here. No, there's not. Yeah, just holding the ground. Pretty quiet. Yeah, like losing these buildings and this garden area, like that's a pretty important area to control if you are Misfits, and they just, for lack of better words, kind of just let it go. But they can probably come back. They do have a 76 in support. Tanks are playing pretty passive. They do have, you know, good force from Misfits actually in the south, but I feel like it's way too much. Is 9PZ is just kind of canceling them at this point with how much weight is here. But what Misfits can do is actually, instead of like pushing in the hospice, which I don't know SL anymore, that's unfortunate. What they could do is, you know, instead of pushing into the hard cap, which there's kind of no point if there's only like a handful of them, just push back towards defense, because your defense is like really starting to falter, because they really have no Garys just anywhere close. I mean, yeah, they do have this one by the plane. Where is it? Yeah, it's hiding. That's actually a decent spot, I'm not gonna lie. But they are, as you can see, it is starting to get contested, and they are starting to lose the point now. Like, this is where you have to start calling, like, for honestly a full reset and reset your front line. Like, this is bad. Like, they have, I don't disagree with this G5 Gary or this E5 Gary, but this E6 one, there's, in my opinion, there's no point of it right now. You need blue zones. Is 9PZ are just kind of walking the point. There is an airhead coming down. That is probably a 9PZ airhead. It's basically gonna come down somewhere back here. Don't know exactly where. Oh no, it's gonna come down over here somewhere. But yeah, they are starting to lose the point very quickly. Bombing run is shortly to follow. This might kill more than they think. Looks like there is nodes being destroyed, so that is obviously no special rules, because there's a node blueprint right there. Where's this bombing run? Oh, there it is. Oh, those poor Misfits guys are gonna get killed by the bombing run. They're kind of just they just kind of just walked from hospice to artillery battery and slowly moved up. Patton might get a giant spawn wave kill off this garrison. I feel like there's still too many people behind the point. I honestly thought Patton had a rocket. Now they have to cross the field of dreams. They're slowly defending, but they do have to take out the airhead. Not sure where the airhead exactly landed. It's somewhere over here, though. I know that. Yeah, it's right there. Big spawn wave. It's gonna be good cap point pressure. Chakra might have a rocket. Or he's just gonna lay down. They are starting to collapse fairly well. But I don't know if it's gonna be enough. Good rocket from whoever shot that. That might have took out the Gary. It did. It's an immediate cap, and they have nothing at whatever that is in French. Babyface unfortunately does die in the airhead. It's probably calling for him to get bombing run or something. Looks like we did not see. Oh yeah, that 76 died up here. Unfortunate. Yeah, I feel like there's a little bit too much scattering from Misfits very early on. As you can see, they're all spawning at the HQ. And basically full control of artillery battery now, apart from a few players from Misfits. I'm assuming they're probably having another Tiger tank roll up. Well, Panther. And interesting that they brought up a Tiger first, but that 76 is definitely going to get called out for this Tiger crew, who's just probably going to wait for his Panther buddy. Probably push this tank together. 9PZ just basically just storming to the final and 5th point. Just leaving no breathing room at all for Misfits to recover. I mean, they do finally get the Gary down, but they need their SLs to start just like building garrisons. Not necessarily like wherever, but just getting them down, because like if this goes down and they just have this one, this is basically just an HQ spawn at this point. 8 squad needs to build one up in the north. They probably will need Babyface to build one over here somewhere. They do have 2 SLs behind, and oh my gosh. Oh no, that's so unfortunate. He did turret. Oh, what is going on? This is tough. How does that not kill him? Did he hit tracks? Oh my god, the poor Stewart. Oh, the poor Panther. Oh, he finally goes down, but oh, it's highly unfortunate for that Stewart, but I mean, he was probably gonna die regardless. But good try though. If Black can maybe do something against this Tiger. Oh, he's immediately seen. Tiger smartly stops instead of continuing and gets coaxed. Good shot by the coax, I think, driver that was. Oh. Tank fight, tank fight, tank fight. Possible tank fight. Maybe. I don't think he sees him. He does not see him. The 76 is probably seen by this Tiger. I do have the guess. Tiger probably knows his position because these SLs are probably pinging. Probably move up to that hedge right there. 76 can easily back up if he does take a round. I'm surprised Freeze hasn't done anything because he's about to take a shot. You get one hull shot into him. This Tiger's taking forever to shoot. You can't insta-pop him. This isn't War Thunder. Come on, shoot. Oh, he misses. He hits the fence. Guess we'll see that battle another day. Breeze probably finally did call out. Black's gonna try to get an angle on him now with a rocket. 9PZ still all gas. See the OP layout. They do have one OP behind artillery battery just poking at 9PZ's defense. But 9PZ's just relentlessly just on the door. Only with a few SLs and just random people. But looks like they are gonna move that Tiger into more of an aggressive frontal door presence. Not sure where this Panther went. Where did this Panther go? I think we have another Stewart. Oh, it's a medium. But, you know, they're gonna start. Panther's starting to get in this courtyard. I think he's putting a satchel down, possibly. No. Manpower node on point. Nodes they're down a set. But they do have a better Gary layout now. But they do have a bombing run coming down somewhere. I like on the point. Maybe they spotted a garrison I don't see. There's a garrison in the middle of this field. Oh, the ping was off. The ping was off. I mean, it's gonna get 2 kills, but it's not gonna get the garrison. Artie is gonna hit the garrison though. Doc should probably just rocket it. Looks like we do have a this is very aggressive from 9PZ. Their point did get flashed. Doc's gonna shoot him in the ass with a rocket. Does take one. He might kill Dirty. Maybe he just had one rocket. Oh no! He's gonna get satcheled either way. Oh, he just get popped. Never mind. Maybe he ate 2 rockets and didn't get engine, but now they do have a Panther. Oh, he ate the rocket! Oh! 200 IQ play, or maybe that was an accident. And then he shatters. Oh! Both these tanks gonna get reps. This Panther will be up a little bit sooner, probably than the 76. Shocker almost misses his entire clip, but does get the kill. Is German supplies coming down? I thought that was a fancy airhead. Rocket hits tracks from Death Nade. It's probably all. Even if you hit tracks, it still like pisses off tankers, in my opinion. But then that one shatters. Curious to see if that he is moving into position. I think he does have an angle on him now, possibly. If Misfits can get the tank fuel economy back into their favor, they could start putting on. They could start, you know, pressuring them at artillery battery like a lot more. Does get one into the Panther. Looks like they do have an AT gun to the right. I think this Panther is probably dead to the 76. Oh, he hits the fence. AT gun shatters somehow. Panther's in really the only position he could be in, but the 76 is going to move up. There's a lot of action happening at the point, but I do want to see this fight between these tanks because this could really turn the battle. Because I think another 76 is coming out of HQ. Yes, he is. Does end up killing the Panther. That is pretty huge. But the point is also being highly contested right now from 9PZ. They might be putting too many resources on the north border and not really none around the strong point because this Gary is still up somehow and they are starting to cap the last point. This is not really good for Misfits. They do have a Gary that they are spawning on, but not in good numbers. Their tanks are going to probably have to somewhat dive onto the hard cap and start splashing everywhere. Probably keep one of the heavies in that top like portion of the map and then put one down basically in the hard cap because they're just flooding to the point at this point. Oh, I said point twice. I hate it. They still are losing the point. They just have everything around. Another airhead is coming down from 9PZ. Oh, no, that is a... No, that is an airhead from 9PZ, and there's a Misfits airhead. Kind of mistimed by Misfits. I don't know if they are going to use a reinforce. But now it's honestly going to come up to infantry if they can win some 1v1s. Maybe get another kill before they also die. Big satchel from 9PZ. 9PZ's just cleaning house. Looks like 76 does take out the Gary finally. They probably do see the airhead coming down. Misfits should recover from this. I expect them to. Unless they do see the airhead. So now it's just OP spawns for 9PZ. Obviously, we don't know how many OPs are in and around the point. But it's still not looking good. They are still losing the point. I'm expecting a massive spawn wave on this Geary. If it's a massive spawn wave on this airhead, that is probably going to spell GG's for this match. His hump is moving in towards the Geary. This could be GG's. A massive spawn wave. Bomber run is coming down probably on that garrison. It's just a... Bomber run is coming down. Tank is probably satcheled by Panther. PZ is just flooding in. They might have gotten our Gary up more maybe in the south. Not entirely sure. But they are being basically pinched. And that's probably going to be GG unless these tanks can do something. One of the tanks does go down. Shocker, probably the last hope. You can pop off maybe. Reinforce is about to run out. It's probably going to be GG's. That is the game. Unfortunately, it was not a full 90-minute match, but still a lot of action in the time we did have. GG's to both teams. Congrats to 9PZ for winning this match, and tough luck for Misfits on that. I feel like they just were maybe a tad bit over aggressive in the red zone at times and kind of just gave up their front door after they lost mid, and that kind of just set up disaster for the rest of the match. But GG's to both teams. I swear to God, if someone spoils it, I'm gonna be pissed. But don't really have much. I also totally forgot to do my my soundboard, so I guess I'll do it again before I head off.
A command post is no longer under Confederacy control.
There we are. That's gonna do it for tonight. I know tomorrow and Sunday there's gonna be a lot of games being streamed across TPL and Summit. No idea about Winter War League. I'm sorry, I'm kind of out of touch. I just happened to be available for this stream. So thanks for those people for reaching out. I know for me personally, tomorrow I have, I think, 6 in LGN, somewhere around the same time that this match started. That's gonna be on Kharkov. I'm also, that's gonna be, yeah, for Summit. And then I'm also doing, I think, 6th and Taco at 4:30 in the morning my time, so I'm gonna die. And then I have to let Summit or team know that I might not be able to do the match. But anyways, that's gonna do it for me, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you guys all enjoyed. Take care. Have a good one. Well, I guess the next map is Elsenborn Ridge. Okay, this is actually kind of a cool screenshot, I'm not gonna lie. But that's gonna do it for me, everyone. Have a wonderful night, and